Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Garrett, good to see you again, man. Thank you so much for your time.
Likewise, amigo.
We spoke a while ago about Modern Love on Prime, so we're back.
Yeah.
A little bit of a change of pace here.
Absolutely. It was still kind of almost full on, COVID precautions still going on. I was in a hotel room, cramped in, surrounded by bright lights in Toronto, shooting something else. So
yeah, no, absolutely. No, I'm also talking about like the genres, right? Modern Love, you got this, like two different worlds, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's a fun time, right, to be part of the kind of thriller horror genre at a time where there's such an appetite for it. When you got the script for this, what do you think about that specifically?
Absolutely, especially for me. I mean, I got to be honest. I mean, I've always loved, I've been inspired by films like Primal Fear, Mystic River, and these ones that kept you on the edge of your seat, but there was a commitment to the dramatic performance that just really amazed you, and that's what I wanted to bring to this. But for everybody's appetite for psychological thrillers, I feel like COVID was very responsible for my fondness of psychological thrillers and true crime. I mean, we're all watching everything that streaming has to offer, for all that time. So it got me hooked.
It's not going to disappoint because it's very intense, and it's interesting because the tension, Garrett, in this film really is the thing that kind of stands out. There's like tension with your character, with Noah and Victoria. Like the whole film is just kind of tension and everything. What are those conversations like with Noah, specifically on a lot of those scenes where it's just kind of like, as an audience member, you're just like, there's thousands of things going wrong right now. You know what I mean? It's kind of what just happened. Like, what are those conversations like with Noah?
Surprisingly, there's not as many conversations as you would think.
Yeah.
Luckily enough, and when you're working with wonderful actors, everybody's coming in sort of following the path and the trail of their own instincts and intuitions, and all you want to do is help let that breathe and just say go, go, go. Noah's a wonderful actor. Victoria is a wonderful actress. A lot of our scenes were so improvisationally filled at the end of the day. And Jordan Ross, our director, was so wonderful to keep just a lot of those improvised scenes in there. It really gave it a refreshing energy and levity that in a film otherwise, pretty tense. Yeah. No, it was amazing. All I had to do was sit back and watch and listen,
And it's one of those things too, where, there's very quickly, if you look at like, what was your favorite kind of element of this film very quickly, because we got to wrap up, but like, was it the mystery element? Was it the thriller? Was it kind of, like I said, the horror kind of scaring people? Like, was there one you liked the most about with the script?
Yeah, it was sort of mine. The element I liked was a guy genuinely feeling like he had the rug pulled from under his feet by doing what he thought was in his best intentions to provide for his family. He takes on this opportunity to tutor this kid, and from that moment on, his life pretty much changes.
Yeah.
For the utter worst. And then there's wonderful revelations, that happen after that catch you off guard. And that's only because, I guess, going back to the elements of the humanity within each of these characters, instead of being caricatures, you get to believe these guys are who they are. And that
yeah,
was my biggest goal.
I can't wait for people to check out the Tutor. Garrett, great catching up, man. Thank you so much for your time.
I'll see you on the flip side.
Yeah, see you, man.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.